each and every one of you guys. Guys, after that hike that I did, basically, I just want to let you all know that I'm finally feeling the after effects of the hike. Okay. The first day I didn't feel anything. The second day I didn't feel anything. And you may say, well, Paulette, why is that? I don't know. I don't know. I probably was still on a little high trying to get up those mountains. But today is Health and Fitness Day. And I just want to remind you guys that don't forget to move. Don't forget to, you know, keep your body and your heart rate at a certain level. I am sweating, by the way. I just finished up with my second Walmart Spark order, and then from there, I'm going to head on to my Lyft app or see whichever one comes first. But today, guys, don't forget to move, get to moving. I did not move today due to, you know, I am I'm still recovering from that long hike. I did over 12,000 steps. By the time I double checked, guys, the app on how many steps I did. I did nearly 13,000 steps just on a little hike that you may say, well, Paulette, that's not a lot. Well, hush your face. If you ain't used to it, I could barely get 10,000 during the week. Imagine. Hi, Sister Tanya. How are you today? Pray all is well with you. So yes, it was definitely a lot of steps for just that little hike that I did on that little mountain that you all saw. You know, the other day, um, yesterday, one of the sisters sent me a little TikTok on how people, they had situations with two two male that was fussing because one was taking pictures or video, whatever he was doing, and an older gentleman told him to be careful and cautious, while on the stairs, which is true. But when I saw the TikTok, I was like, you know what, the even though Uncle was not wrong, I feel like he did a little bit too much. And it's on TikTok. It's one in a million situations because people is very nice when you're going up the hill. Everybody moves to the side. Everybody's very cautious and conscious of who's coming up and who's going down. The people that's going up Coco Head, they're the ones that's partially dying to get to the top. The one that's coming down, there's like rules. If you're going up, you have the right side. And not only that, guys, you have the middle. Everybody else that's coming down, try to give those two sides to the people going up. And the people that's coming down on the right side, they tend to move over. So what Uncle was doing by yelling and stuff, even going up, by the way, if you all saw my Coco Head hike video that I posted, if you guys are just coming in, go ahead and hit that like button. I'll appreciate it. If you're just passing through, still hit the like button on the way out. I'll appreciate it too. You understand? But yeah, when he was fussing in the video and making all the scene and yelling at a individual that he didn't know, the individual reciprocated and he yelled back and was like, yeah, I understand, but then the other person was, for me, was doing a little bit too much. Yes, you will have a certain energy when you come to Hawaii. If you give off great energy, you'll get great energy. If you give off some craziness, you're going to get some craziness. Now, I don't know what the guy told Uncle prior, but I know that Uncle respond in that little short video was a little bit much, and it's not the norm. When I was going up and we got to the crossroad in between, should I pass over the danger sign area to cross through, or should I go through the bypass? There was some older gentlemen that work on the rail. I know them. They're part of the volunteer crew, and they suggested to the other girls that was with me, the dangers don't have all the protection underneath it, so they will highly recommend that we will go through the bypass because it's more safer, even though it's still not like an easy route out. You still got to climb, but it's a little bit more safer. So they recommended and suggested, the newbies on how they can go about passing over to the other side. And they did it very professional. So that one, I don't know. Sometimes people make skits for views. That was a little exaggerating. The person that's getting between to try and bait the fight or the argument down. Um, he was very professional and it sounded really good, but that's not reality there. Nobody is going to go and fuss with you like that, especially giving your back to a hill. You don't know that other individual. He could have pushed, like literally it could have went left. You're not going to see that on that trail like that. I have not seen that, and I've been going there now. I've been in Hawaii for 17 years, and I've never seen a situations like that. You have people that go up there with weights on their back, with logs. They'll run up and run down the Marines. They'll run up and run down. And I've never seen nobody in no altercation about what they should do or what they shouldn't do, and how things should go about. I've never seen that. So, long story short, guys, sometimes can be a little bit much, and that's the extreme videos that you will see. So, don't pay much mind a whole lot of stuff, but it's great as a reminder that when you are in dangerous situations, to make sure that you know that you are paying attention and you're not going off there to fall off or to get yourself in a scenario that we got to call the helicopters. They do have incidents that people go up there trying to catch a picture for the gram and end up falling off the cliff. Or yes, you get scenarios like that. You get scenarios where people go up there drunk and you know, one in a million. However, though, they're either learn their lesson or they're going to be a lesson for somebody else that going up there because they're going to be on TikTok somewhere, and you'll be able to see what to do and what not to do when you go on a hike. But that's one of them. That's one in a million. I've never seen that happen on Coco Head where people get into altercations. Everybody's so kind and so gentle. I mean, you all saw the little bit that I videotaped for you guys on that trail. So, but it was a great learner for individuals to see that what not to do. Don't be trying to come down there, jump down anywhere with no cameras. If you all notice, I took my videos when I was pulled over to the side, or if I was like a little smidge to my destination, I took a video, or I waited until I hit the top of the hill and then I took my video because I just wanted to make sure that I was safe as well. And I was climbing up there, guys, and let me tell you something. It only a matter of time before you slip somewhere. So when you're going into any type of hike, I just want you to know, make sure you have the right hiking shoes. Don't go hiking in no tennis shoes or no flip flops or not even Crocs if you're not a hiker. I highly suggest you guys, if you're not a hiker, still gear yourself up. Make sure you have enough water, guys. Get yourself some nice little snacks to have on the way up to your hike, especially if it's a new hike and you're not familiar with it. Hi, Sister Shelly. How are you doing today? Hope all is well. Sister Shelly, so did you finish with the surgery? How was the surgery? I think you said the fourth. I'm not 100%. My blame my head, girlfriend, not my heart. But I think you mentioned the fourth of this month you were having your surgery. So I just wanted to make sure that that went well, or you're still trying to work on your surgery. Please let me know so that way we can keep you in prayer. Keep Sister Shelly in prayer, guys, as she's going through either the surgery or recovery. Either one, but still pray. We gotta pray for each other every day, okay? Every day we gotta pray for each other. You never know. Today, guys, the funny thing is, I'm leaving the house this morning. I got up before the kids. You all already know my routine. I'm not gonna repeat that whole thing for you all again. However, though, I'm stepping out of the house. I'm in the car. My son runs out and say, "Mommy, you forgot your hat." Let me tell you, I was bareheaded, forgot my hat, running out of the door. I'm telling you, when your kid starts to see consistency with you, they will remind you in a heartbeat. My daughter reminded me in regards to my skirt. I had on a little dress and it was probably showing a little bit too much. And she's like, "Mommy, you didn't have on no that is too short." I said, "But I'm home." She said, "But mommy, that's still a little bit short. You're not used to wearing those, mommy." And I had to go change my dress because my dress was showing my calf a little bit too much. So at the end of the day, the kids be eye hustling you. They're gonna make sure that that's not your normal. What's going on? My son chased me out to give me my hat because he said I forgot my hat. And I said, "Oh my gosh, I did forget my hat. But thank you." Thank you, son, for reminding me. That's my special needs son, and he even him know that you got to put your hat on when you leave the house. Do you see how kids are? Oh my gosh! But that was very. I had to share that with you guys because I just want you to know that you think they ain't watching. Those kids are watching you. They're watching everything you do. That's why you have to live as in a straight line. Make sure that your life is walking appropriately and that you continuously keep cleaning the feces out of your worship because you have your kids that's watching you, and holiness is a decision, you know, that I would love all my family to walk on this faith walk. However, though, everybody is on their own journey, and once they're looking right and left, I'm just praying one day they'll be like, you know what? I like that journey that Paulette is on. Let me jump over there. My kids is like, okay, they're watching. My daughter was never somebody that liked to show too much of herself, so that was a good thing because I always walked around a certain way, and she also has that same tendency. So we were not no little naked household, but at the end of the day, the kids are watching you. You make sure you continuously do the right things because they'll call you out in a heartbeat. My son is like, "Where you going without your hat, mommy? You forgotten your hat." I'm like, "Oh, okay, thank you, son." Uh, sister, okay, they're having a conversation. Sister Shelly said, no, they cancel it until June 4th because they want they won't admit me instead of doing outpatient surgery. Oh, okay. They want to admit me. Okay, I got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Well, still, we're going to continue to keep you in prayer, Sister Shelley. That you have successful surgery and that your recovery be like in and out, honey. In and out. In the name of Jesus. Yes. Yes. That's what we're going to do. So yes, whenever you guys are doing any type of hikes, going back to that, what I was saying, when you're doing any type of hikes, guys, make sure that you are prepped. Okay, don't just go up there willy-nilly, and especially if you're doing 2,000 and something stairs. They're not normal stairs. They're like three stairs in one, each one. So trust me, you did like probably 10,000 by the time you're done. And if you're short and have short legs, you're doing even more, okay? Because it's like 2 to 3 steps for one step. So make sure that you guys are aware to prep yourself. Take snacks. Make sure that you have the right shoes on. Invest in some good hiking shoes so you don't lose no toenails, okay? Don't be like me. I'm telling you, I've done over 40 something hikes here in Hawaii. And the one hike that I did was the Stairway to Heaven. I lost 10 toenails. Even my little pinky toenail fell off. Okay. I didn't have no nails for nearly a year. And that was the worst situation you could ever put yourself in. You don't know how to appreciate your toenails until they all fall off. I'm telling you, let me say something. That was the most ugliest looking thing I've ever seen. Everything just turned like it was rotten and it fell right off. It came back, but oh, I appreciate some good shoes. I invested in some hundred and something dollar hiking shoes in a heartbeat. Okay, you better make sure and it don't have to be a hundred and something dollars. It's just that I hike and the people around me hike and they're better hikers than me and they recommend a certain type of shoes to wear so that way even if you're doing like waterfall hikes like I love to do, um, the shoes will dry in like in a heartbeat. They're not shoes that you have to worry about getting any fungus and stuff because they're they're like waterproof shoes, but then they're also have enough room because when you hike you tend to swell. Okay, so if you have on little tight shoes, if you're a 9 and you're wearing a 9, your foot is going to swell up to probably a 9.5 to a 10, and it's not going to have no room to breathe. And that's why you see certain folks come down with no toenails because they have the wrong socks and the wrong shoes, and they're between their toes because their socks that they use is like normal socks because they're thinking they're normal and you're not. It's not a normal hike when you're going after 10 hours hike or you're going up 2,000 and something stairs. You got to get the right gear. Okay, put a hat on, get your sunscreen on, make sure that you're wearing something that's going to protect your skin as well with some SPF inside of it. And Get a lot of water. I would advise you, if you're going on a hike that's really like hiking up a mountain or doing something outdoors for more than 2 hours and above, I would highly recommend you guys hydrate yourself the night before, so that that way in the morning, yes, you're going to pass out all that water, but your body's going to be hydrated enough so when you start to sweat, you're not going to fall out. Get yourself some um I normally have a little pack of pink salt, the Himalayan, I think it's the Himalayan salt. That's really nice for when you're hiking and you're sweating a lot, to put a little bit on your tongue just to get yourself, get salt back into your body. That's a great idea to have as well. Just a little pinch of it, not a whole lot of it, just enough so that that way your saliva can pick up on things. Also salty nuts. Some people do salty nuts. I prefer to do the coconut flavor sunflower seeds, just because I like the flavor and it gives you that little tendency to get your good fats in at the same time. So get great snacks on the way up. Don't be doing a whole lot of sugary thing. The last time I went on a hike, my Rican friend took her mother-in-law, and she had diabetes. She didn't tell nobody that she was getting head swings. Thank God for some candy, okay? But you always carry a little something sweet, so that just in case your blood sugar go down, you could always have it on you. But that is for people that basically like go on longer hike. We did a 10 miles, and the mother-in-law was like, yes, we got this and we're going to do this. Everything was exciting. And guys, let me tell you something. The moment we got to the point, halfway, she started to turn pale, and her lips just, you could just see that she was about to pass out, and we were in the middle of nowhere. Oh my God. But I had a little candy, a little chocolates. And my mom has diabetes too, so she always has some candy or chocolate in her purse, and we always carry it just in case, because you never know when that blood sugar is going to dip. Okay, and let me tell you, we had some nice little coconut flavor there. She eat that, you could see the blood just flying through her again, and she revived it, and she finished her hike. She wanted, that was her. The thing with a hike, especially on a long hike, is that you give yourself an ultimatum, like, I'm gonna finish this and I'm not gonna stop, or else. Okay, you challenge your body, you challenge yourself. But when you have illness or situations that may or may not occur during a hike, you want to give yourself a little bit of slack. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, however, though, when you are going on a hike, make sure that you know who you're going with, just in case scenarios like that happen, that you could prepare. When you pack for a hike, don't just pack for yourself. Try not to be as selfish. People love to be selfish. You take a banana with you, and you only taking one banana, and 20 people are going on a hike with you. Take enough stuff that in case something happens, that you can share, that you can make sure that you have a little bit of everything, especially if you're a hiking girl, hiking whoever. Make sure that you are prepared, not only for yourself, that you prepare for others as well. So that would be my advice. A few little tips that I will give you guys: shoes, socks, gear yourself up. Some folks has the backpack with the water. Get a little camel, that the military would use. My husband's military, so we had a little camel bag that you can use with your water, a gallon of water in the back. You carry it on your back. It has little holes in it that you could turn around, and you could put in your little snacks to go, your phone. Sometimes you need an extra charger, especially if you're like me. When I go on a new hike, I love extra stuff with me. My little blocks to recharge my phone, because it runs out just in case of the videos or the pictures that I'm taking, and I love to share memories. So yes, make sure that when you do take your videos and your pictures, though, that you're doing them safely. Don't be going on there trying to do and get yelled at, like the guy on the TikTok video that a sister sent me yesterday. She was like, "Oh my God, I thought of you," and I was like, "Girl, that's one in a million." However, though, thanks for sharing, because you never know. It's good for other people to be aware of the scenarios. But when you do take videos, make sure you pull over to the side. There's a little courtesy that you do for the people that's dying trying to get up or get back down. Going up on that hike, for those 2,000 and something stairs, it was tough getting up. But guys, it was hard getting down too. If you have bad knees, Some folks were just sitting down, scooting down, and like apologizing. Like, I'm sorry, guys, my knees are about to pop. So a lot of time, make sure that when you go down on a hike, just make sure that you got to come back up. Okay, and you keep your energy and keep mindful. And if you feel like your body just won't be able to handle it, then I would suggest you stop where you at and just allow others to go. Extra tip: if you're not a hiker, okay, and you want to join the hiking team for the first time, don't go there with your negative energy, okay? That's one other thing, because you disturb other folks on their journey that they may not want to give up, but because you have a pessimistic energy with you, you're going to make it complicated for everybody. You may not say it directly, but indirectly, people can feel that energy. So if I'm going up 2,000 and something stairs and you're defeated before we even hit the first stairs, guess what? I'm going to tell you, I think you need to stay right here until we get back, because you make you're basically disturbing my mental capacity to get to the top. So make sure that you continuously be mindful of others around you. If you're gonna spew out, oh my gosh, oh my, why did I come? Why did you come? And I'm gonna repeat it right back to you. And you know you all be getting offended when I have to repeat it right back to you. But I'm gonna say what you said, okay? I just repeat it back to you. Why did you come if you know you couldn't handle it? Why did you come if you didn't bring enough water and snack? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. So be mindful when you're going on anything like a hike or you're going on anything like that, that you keep positive words come out of your mouth, because you can ruin other people around you when you do certain things like that. Okay, so that was one tip I wanted to give everybody, because when we went on our on our hike, uh, on when was it, on Tuesday, let me tell you, everybody was, I was on the line and she was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave you all in the dust. Well, let me tell you, Miss Dust, she didn't give up though, because I told her, I was like, this is your first hike. However, though, all that amount you were given, I'm gonna make you be accountable for it. And she made it to the top. Now she was not happy, but at the end of the day, I was like, didn't you say you were gonna leave us in the thing? And I just kept poking at it. I was like, didn't you say you was gonna leave us in the dust? Well, come on, let's leave me in the dust. Let's go, let's go. And that's how we ended up on the top. We had an amazing time, all positive energy. Yes, there was a little moment where everybody felt like they were like overly exhausted, but nobody gave up. You know, everybody pushed the other one, pull the other one. We all pull each other all the way up. The people around you that was on their fifth and fourth round, they pull you up to the top as well. So when you're going on whichever journey you want to start, just know that there's others rooting for you that you don't even know. People that we didn't even know was rooting for us and cheering for us. Now it's been probably my 12th time going up the 2000 and something stairs during the whole time that I've been here in Hawaii, and it felt like it was the first time. Every time you do that, unless you're doing it on a weekly basis, I need to get back in my weekly basis. I used to do it once a week on a Saturday, and y'all know how it is when the fluff come in. You know what you're gonna be doing, making up there no 2000 and something steps every week. I mean, you know, you gotta adjust to the fluff. So I had to adjust to the fluff, and I went from doing it every week to every other week to once a month to none. Okay, but now at least I'm getting back to my once a month, and hopefully I can get back in my hiking every other week, and then it start increasing as your body start to shed all the excessive fluff that you added to it during all the holidays and all that good stuff. You know, remember, summer's right around the corner. We have a few weeks and to get it together, okay? And you're not going to get it together in one day. You're going to need a few weeks to get it together. I'm still trying to get it together, okay? But as I mentioned, the big back ain't gonna go away by overnight. You gotta put some work into it. So it could be hiking, it could be walking on a treadmill, it could be walking around your house, just making sure that you're getting in 1,000 steps. Increase it on a weekly basis till you can hit 10,000 steps. And don't feel bad about it, because I still have not gotten to my 10,000 steps. I did nearly 13,000 though, because I went outdoors. So that day I did nearly 13. So I hit one goal. The day before that, I only got to 8,000 steps, which was good. However, though, I want to be able to execute 10,000 steps twice a week so that I can start increasing my progress as I go. But since today is health and fitness, I wanted to share with you guys there's other options instead of gym that you can get your move on. You don't have to just go to the gym and feel like you need to get a gym membership just so that you can move. No, you can go outside of your house, you can do walking. If you're on your lunch break, get your walk in. If you are at home, go around your neighborhood and say hi to your neighbors every once in a while, because I know you have not walked around your neighborhood. You probably don't even know your next door neighbors. I know. You don't know them either. But at the end of the day, don't feel bad because my new neighbors moved in and I don't know them either. I saw them, but I waved to them and I was like, man, I need to do better by getting outside. My husband, he always go outside and walk around the neighborhood and he know everybody. I Mm-mm. I leave the house a certain time. I come home. I don't want to talk to nobody. I mean, that leave me alone. Just, like, am I invisible right now? When I pull up to my driveway and I'm looking right and left, I'm like, oh, please don't say hello to me because now I got to talk. Sometimes you just don't feel like you want to talk that moment, especially when you're working all day and you're getting home and your body's exhausted, everything is exhausted, and your neighbor want to have a nice, deep conversation with you. Hey, how you been? How is everything? Tired, you know. Well, what did you do? Work, you know. Maybe you should try it sometime because some of them they work from home, and that's nothing wrong with working from home, but for people that go out and get the hustle on, for the person that stay home and work from home from their living room to ask you like, so how was work today? Really? Okay. you know that's just me exaggerating. I'm very nice. I'm a nice neighbor, but I miss my Rica neighbor though. I do miss her. She was awesome. Hopefully I'll travel to Florida one day. Let me check these comments, guys. I know I've been yapping the whole time, but I know Sister Tanya and Sister Shelley was catching up in the comments, so that's good. Sister Tanya say, kids pay attention. Thank God for them all. Yes, ma'am, they do pay attention. I mean, my kids was like, Mommy, don't forget your hat. You forgot your hat. He ran out in the garage too to give me my hat. I said, okay, son. Thank you very much, son. That's how it is. Um, Amen. Amen. Let's see. Hello, Sister Elvira. How are you today? Hope all is well with you. I'm looking forward to today's live. Yesterday, I got caught up at work, guys. Let me tell you something. Life be life, and okay? You get caught up in work. You're just focused. And when I look at the clock, it was 2 something. I had to go catch up on the virus live on the replay, okay? Because I was in head, I was like, 12 something, and then I went 12 something though. You switched up on the time, and that's what threw me off, because when I went back to it, it was like 1 something, and Paulette was already on a long ride and I was already distracted, and by the time I got undistracted, it was 2 something, and I said, oh, I missed it live. But anyway, I need to check in and chime in um, later today. That's why I came on early today. So because Sister Elvira has a 12:15 live that she's gonna go on and have another conversation. Shout out to Sister Elvira. She is doing her things, honey. She's doing the do over there at EFP Media. Y'all go over there and check her out. Go over there, check her out, follow her channel. She's going to definitely have beautiful conversations with individuals that started out as heathens and now they're a little heathens now, and they're converted into holiness, and they have a beautiful testimony and journey. And as we all probably was in our little heathenhood and then turn around and we are little heathens now, just a little smidget heathens, and but we are moving and creating better habits on our walk to holiness, and that is beautiful. So it's beautiful to hear everybody's stories. Everybody have a story. Everybody have a background, guys. Don't think that you just wake up and say, "Poof, I am holy, and I will be holy until I die." That's a lie. Every day you got to work on yourself. Every day you got pieces in that worship that you need to check. Okay. All right. Change the mindset, change the attitude, change the behavior, change your locations. There's so much we got to change. But you know what? We keep doing a little bit. Those little small wins, they work. Okay? If you used to roll your eyes, guess what? Now you may not roll your eyes, but you poke your mouth out and you say, So we got to work on that little thesis. First you probably used to put few fingers up at people, and now you don't. You just, or you probably tell them, shush, and you're switching up. You're getting more mellow. You're getting calmer now. First we block everybody. Now we may not block right now. We'll just mute you. I'm just saying that you got we twisting. We're gonna take a minute to get it together, but you know what? We are a work in progress. We are thriving in holiness. Nobody is 100% perfect. You would never be, okay? So once we get that together, once we mentally understand that you will forever be working on you for the rest of your life. That's why Minister Miles say we can't worry about nobody else and their prayer life. Worry about your own prayer life. Worry about who's showing up to the meetings. Everybody looking around. Well, I didn't see so and so. Well, I didn't see so and so. What you worry about so and so? And nobody ain't going into the prayer meeting wondering who's gonna show up. You show up. You clean out your own feces. You work on you. Okay? You work on you and leave people alone. I love the Lord to work on them because on God's timing is always perfect. It's perfect. And it's better than all your judgmental mouth talking about, she didn't show up today to the prayer meeting. I didn't see her for the last 2 million years. I mean, I've been there going every day. You've been going there to mind people's business. That's what you were going there for, just to eye hustle to see who you see and who you didn't see. Guys, get rid of that habit. That's a nasty habit. Leave people, let them be. Please, please. Okay, please. If nothing else you got out of this thing today, leave people, let them be. If you don't have nothing positive to uplift, inspire, encourage, then hush your face. Hush your face. Okay? Hush your face. Worry about you. Worry about you. All righty, guys. I'm doing the chair workout I found on Facebook. Way to go, Sister Shelley. Yes. Get it. Get it. Get that chair workout. That's a good one too. You get the chair workout, walk around that chair. You'll be surprised. You put on some nice gospel or whichever music, movie or beat. You put around that. You walk around that. You do, like, say I'm gonna do 10 sounds. You'll see how many steps you can make. Go ahead, give it a challenge. Give it a challenge. Give yourself put on some music in the background and start walking around that chair. And when you get tired, you sit down. But keep walking around that chair. You'll be shocked how many steps you can do after every sound. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I tried it. Now I didn't went around the chair, but sometimes you put on some your little music, and when you be doing mashing potatoes like my grandfather used to say. You start mashing potatoes when you were 10,000 steps and didn't even know it, and you had fun while you were cleaning, while you were doing all your other little stuff. That's how it works. EFP say thanks, sis. Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, all ship rise together, okay? We here to inspire, encourage. We're here to edify, uplift, upbeat. That's what we do. That's what queens do, okay? We make sure that we all can fit at the top. Not nobody trying to suppress nobody, girl. Come on. No sir. No sir. No sir. Okay, guys, I am 1 minute away from. Oh, there's gonna be a nice little drop off. Let me see, Van. It's a nice little drop off. It is 7:31. I am at my location right now, guys. I just want you to know. And I'm gonna say a bitty good eve. Sister Tanya, Sister Paulette, how are you doing today? I'm doing great, sister. I'm doing great. I am blessed and highly favored. I woke up today. Now, last week, if you had asked me that, I'd be like, girl, I'm a little empty. Okay, I was a little empty. Sometimes we got to build our own self up. Paulette learned how to motivate herself to stay motivated, and that's hard. It sounds like a little tongue twister, but it's not easy motivating yourself to stay motivated. Okay, but I had to do that. I had to pull myself up from the boots because I had to do what I got to do. So that's how we work. That's how we've been working for the longest. So I only have one phone. So I am going to say a bitty good eve to you guys. I love you guys. And thank you guys for chiming in to Life with Paulette today. Don't forget to move. Make sure that you're making better choices, that you're choosing the correct foods to add into your boca, your mouth. And if that's too hard, make sure that you get your nice little snack. So I have my 2 eggs already ready for me. So after this, I can eat. And I have me my handful of fats. And I did have me some Greek yogurt as well this morning. And that's my little snack for today. And basically, this is the kefir I was telling you all about. You see this? This is great for morning. Put it on your stomach. Let me tell you, if you have issues with certain things, when you don't coat your stomach right, you start getting gassy. I'm going to just go right out and just tell it to you guys. That kefir or kefir, whatever you want to call it, once you take that and coat your guts with healthy bacteria down, no, gas will be on zero. Your stomach, you're going to be fuller. It's going to just give you a better chance throughout your day. That's how you're going to work it. Okay, so make sure that you're all inputting the correct foods, a nice fat or a healthy vegetable juice or fruit juice, healthy, not all the sugar. Make it yourself, by the way. And you can have nice protein. That's the first thing you put in your gut in the morning, so that way you will set yourself up for success throughout the rest of the day. And I am gunning for another 30 pounds. Tomorrow is my weigh in. I'll keep you all posted, okay? I love you guys. Deuces.